Okay, so if you look at this observation colony, you get a good sense of what bees do during the winter. Now, this is not a tight cluster. This is a very loose cluster, and that's because it's inside of a room that's about 65 degrees in here. But you can get a sense as to all the bees are kind of moving a little bit slower than normal. You can see some of them up here are even not moving at all. Very, very slow. That's called torpor. Torpor is what they do when the temperatures get below 50 degrees. They don't really have muscles. They sort of have muscles, but they sort of atrophy a little bit, and then they will feed on the stores that they've stored. And if you look close enough down here, we'll see the queen will still continue to lay. That was always a question, was, does the queen continue to lay? Well, she does. You can see her right there. But they're closely packed around her and the brood that she is laying. The cluster will shiver. There's her cluster. It will shiver in the sense that it will move and keep the temperature here in the center of the cluster, right here in the middle, about 93 degrees. So that's what it'll look like. There's your queen. She's laying a egg. Oh, does a queen stop laying? No, she doesn't. You can see that right there. She does not stop laying. But she can only lay the amount of brood that can be fed and taken care of by stores and pollen that they may already have inside the colony. So there's your answer. What do bees do during the winter? They don't hibernate. They cluster. They cluster in a ball. Now, that's a big size ball. Most bees will, colonies are about that size for a, 9 or 10 frame colony. A little bit bigger if they're on the other sides of the frames as well, clustering off the brood that's on that side. So I hope that answers your question. What do bees do during the winter? They don't hibernate. They cluster in a ball about that size, and they will continue to keep the queen and the brood nest warm so that as the bees die off, there's one over here on the bottom. You can see him. When they die off, they'll either drop to the bottom and be taken out by the mortuary bees. That's another job that the bees do when they take their dead out. Bring out your dead. But they'll cluster, take out their dead, keep the colony clean, warm, and hopefully they have enough stores to last through the winter. So, hope you enjoyed what you're seeing here. I'll continue to show you things here at the Bohemia Apiary on the eastern shore of Maryland throughout the winter. We have got a couple projects we're going to work on throughout the winter as our bees continue to cluster up and go through the winter here on the eastern shore of Maryland. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 1,000. And if you're watching this video in the future, we might have already meet 1,000. So continue to subscribe to the channel. Help us out. Like us on Facebook, Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, whatever's your pleasure on the social media space. But we share a lot of information. So thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.
I really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I got to go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has been
Hoping that you drop
so
in.
bad.